Yes, this shit is raw, coming at you.
Welcome to the Palazzetto in Milan, Italy. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The international card at Venator FC3, Paul Harris versus me. My name is John Morgan. Top UFC lightweight Michael Chiesa here with me in the motherland. And we've had a great night of domestic action, but now we switch it over to the international talent.
Oh yeah, I mean the local talent was amazing. The fights were great, capped off by a lightweight title fight. Champion retained his belt. We're moving into the international portion of this card. Should be very exciting. A lot of very recognizable names, a lot of good up-and-comers, all the great makings for a good fight card.
Absolutely. You talk about recognizable names right here. We start out in the welterweight division. Che Beautiful Mills, 3 years old. You, of course, know him as the four-time UFC veteran. He did notch wins against Chris Cope and Dwayne Bang Ludwig, but he had losses to Rory McDonald and Matt Riddle. That Matt Riddle fight was later overturned to a no contest. Che Mills hasn't fought since September of 2014, so he's looking to get back in there. He's currently standing at 1-3 in his past 4 fights, so this is an opportunity for him to kind of turn things around and reestablish himself as one of those top European talents like he was known for so long.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, his time in the UFC, 2-2, you know, just like you said, had the Matt Riddle loss overturned, but he's got a win over Dwayne Bang Ludwig, Chris Cope, who's also a tough guy. He's been in the big show. He's competed against some of the best guys in the world. You know, I think this could be the career resurgence, could start tonight, of beautiful Che Mills. And by beautiful, I mean that is his nickname, just so you know.
Just throwing it out there.
Just throwing it out there.
You know what's behind the lights? It's not God, it's me. And I'm gonna kick your pussy soul all the way back down the tunnel till you jump on your own fucked up ribs. Now, wake the fuck up.
Stepping in against Che Mills is a fellow Englishman in Terry Montgomery, undefeated with a 5-0 record. A little bit more of an unknown commodity than that. He is a top guy and needs to be looked at on the European scene. He is 30 years old, stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, did weigh right on the money at 170 pounds, made his professional debut back in 2010, but he also hasn't fought in a while. It's been since October of 2014 since he fought, just 1 month after Che Mills, so he's looking to get back in there and reestablish himself as a top prospect that may be worth paying attention to step up to that next level.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but his 5 fights, he's got 4 finishes, 3 submissions, 1 TKO. That just shows he's a guy that definitely likes to go out, go for it, go for the finish, make things exciting. And just like you said, he might have a little ring rust, but so does Che Mills. Cancels each other out. None from England.
Interesting note, out of those 3 submission wins, it was an arm triangle choke, a rear naked choke, and a Kimura. All of them came in the opening round. So, you know, we'll look for him to certainly be aggressive with that grappling game as we get our international fight card started at Venator FC3. Let's get the official introductions.
Let's start! This is a 3-round fight for the Venator Fighting Championship welterweight division. And now, introducing the fighters. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man holding a professional record of 16 wins, 8 losses, and 2 no contests. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of England, ladies and gentlemen, presenting Che Beautiful Mills. Fighting out of the red corner, this man holding a professional record of 5 wins, no losses, and 1 no contest. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Presenting Terry Montgomery. The referee in charge, Neil Hall.
Welterweight action to kick things off on the international portion of Venator FC3. Che Mills in the purple trunks, Terry Montgomery in the black. Big contest for both, as you said, Michael. A little bit of cage rush for both guys. Which one can get the timing early? Montgomery wants to prove he's a top prospect to watch. Che Mills wants to prove he's still relevant as a contender in the European scene.
Yeah, he definitely does. He's got a lot to prove here tonight. You know, this is a dangerous fight for him. Undefeated prospect, a guy that's 5-0. You know, lot of pride. Ooh,
Nice
Shea,
knee there inside
great,
from Shea
great
Mills.
clinch work, really throwing him around right now.
Terry Montgomery came in very, very aggressive. A lot of power, but Shea Mills handling it okay so far.
Shea doing a good job keeping his feet parallel to the fence, trying to keep that hip trapped against the fence. Buckling down on that wizard. Nice hip bump.
That really was an excellent versatile zone there. Shea Mills now in top position.
A position we don't usually see him in. Shea, you know, being known as a striker, likes to keep it on the feet, gets a nice little hip bump, gets on top, really showed that he's improved his overall game, getting this fight to the floor and working from top position.
Montgomery with that open guard right now. The butterfly hook on the right side. Head pressed against the cage. Shea Mills happy to just kind of sit heavy.
Now, like you said earlier, Montgomery, all his subs have been in the first round. Right now, beginning of the round, everyone's dry. This is the best time to catch a sub from the bottom. So let's see if Shea can make it through this round without getting submitted by maintaining his top position through this fight.
It has cooled off a little bit here now the evening is upon us here in Milan. It was very hot inside here early, but both guys are dry.
And thankfully I am too, because earlier I was sweating.
Montgomery gets that left leg up high, trying to work it on the shoulder and across the back.
Fingers, fingers.
Shea does a good job of preventing that from happening. Gets wide in his base.
Doing a good job staying heavy. Ooh, good counter to that Kimura. Terry Montgomery sat up for that Kimura, and Terry did the right thing by hipping down and popping his arm out, and actually makes it a Kimura by Shea Mills. I'm impressed.
Looking to attack that left arm. He is getting it behind the back. Has to let go of that grip, though. He did briefly have it. Now he steps over to mount. Excellent awareness from Shea Mills.
Very impressive. Shea's definitely, this time off, he has definitely improved. He did the right thing. He got himself on a bad streak, just like you said earlier. And I think that time off, he really has revamped his game. And you can tell this is a very impressive showing by Shea Mills so far.
Absolutely top position right now. Full mount for Shea Mills. Terry Montgomery holding tight underneath, looking to work his way out. Mills showing a good ride on top right now.
He really is. And he's got a lot of time to work. He's doing it.
Please.
Backs out of mount. Still in a good position, being heavy, landing some shoulder strikes.
See a little bit of
Busy, guys.
frustration
busy,
on the
please.
face of Montgomery. He's pinned on his back. I'm sure, you know, breaking down the Shea Mills tape, didn't think this is a position that he was going to be having difficulty in, to be honest with you.
No, absolutely not. And I'm very impressed. That Kimura counter was very impressive. That's a high-level move. Doesn't look like a lot to the average viewer, but to guys that compete and guys that train, they know that was a really high-level, crafty move by Shea Mills countering that Kimura.
Elbows come in. Gonna get a stand-up from the position now. Complaint here.
I really hope not. Those were very inadvertent. And actually, the bottom man kind of sat up and kind of put himself in danger. Shea wasn't looking to strike the back of the head, but he threw that elbow on top parallel to the floor. And by Terry sitting up, it caught him on the back of the head.
Yeah, referee Neil Hall called timeout. I thought initially he was calling for a stand-up, which I was a little bit Shea was doing enough to keep his position.
I'd really like to see the replay because I honestly think Shea caught the ear, and if you catch the ear, it's a legal strike. If we could get a replay, that'd be great.
This is Terry Montgomery is not looking good. He's saying he can't see right now? That's it.
No.
He's saying he can't see. Or he said he doesn't want to fight. I think he said, I don't want to fight.
You'll take care of him.
Wow.
That's very unfortunate for Shea Mills.
Let them in.
See if we can find out what happened here.
Let's look. He sat up into it.
I mean, certainly Shea was definitely not targeting the back of the head. And when your opponent is flat on his back like that, you can't assume that the back of the head is going to be there to strike. So it'll be interesting because if referee Neil Hall calls this, you know, an unintentional foul, this would be a no contest. But I don't think it should be, to be honest with you. I don't think it was.
No, that's very unfortunate, especially for Shea. You know, you can tell he really revamped his game. Fight was really going his way. You know, I'm not saying by all means that Terry's bluffing, but I mean, that elbow did not land very hard.
I mean, grazing blows to the head area. You don't know what's going on. I mean, again, you don't want to question the guy, but
no.
I mean, he seems in a very, very bad way. I guess it's all going to come down to what Neil Hall saw here. If he calls this an unintentional foul, this ends up being a no contest. To me, this is a TKO finish.
Yeah, to me, this is a TKO finish as well. I mean, especially the way Shea was dominating. I mean, he was doing good, and that wasn't his fault. He wasn't aiming for the back of the head.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks like our announcer's in the cage ready to make a call.
The referee has called a stoppage during the first round for unintentional accident. So, no contest. if they showed it.
Yeah,
Wow,
well, look
I
at
feel
after.
bad for Shea Mills there because you said he wasn't even looking in the direction of the elbow. Now that doesn't necessarily make it okay.
No.
But your opponent is flat on his back. You kind of assume that the head's going to be there to throw those elbows and ground and pound. I respect Neil Hall. I had a lot of great conversations with him this week. I think he's an excellent official, but I don't know if I stand behind that call.
No, I really